advantage, and it looks like Rhio initially, but Charli Evans manages to switch it down round. And are we going to see a clean break? And it looks like we are. Charli Evans there with the wrist lock applied to Rhio, quickly reversing it into a wrist lock of her own. And Charli there with the reversal. And again, you know, Charli Evans is somebody who has travelled up and down the UK, all over Australia, America, Japan. She's travelled the world. She is a complete student of the game, and there's not many facets of wrestling that Charli Evans has not mastered. As again, we're both ladies jockeying for position there with holds into the side headlock, and Charli Evans there trying to send Rhio off, but Rhio just too strong there, able to keep control of that side headlock, even with the support there and the help of the ropes, unable to break that hold there. As Charli Evans tries another attack, she manages to reverse it, but see Rhio just straight away throwing Charli Evans off into the tackle, but again, Rhio just too strong there. As Rhio off the ropes and again going for that tackle, but Charli Evans not giving an inch here to Rhio, not intimidated by the power and the strength of Rhio here, as Charli Evans going again off the ropes, and again Rhio not moving. And what are we going for here is Charli switches and a duck under, and both women have the same idea, and both women down with the tackle. And now things are starting to get interesting here. And are we going to see some of that sportswomanship that we saw at the start of the match start to break down now, as the women start to get a little frustrated, as Charli Evans tags in Millie McKenzie? And I think that we can quite safely say already that the battle between Charli Evans and Rhio ended quite evenly there. So let's see what happens here between Millie McKenzie and Emersyn Jayne. Again, no strangers here. They've faced up multiple times, multiple different promotions, know each other very, very well, very evenly matched in terms of size. So let's see how things turn out here as we again have a tight collar and elbow tie up there, but Millie McKenzie slightly different tack from her tag team partner, straight into that elbow strike there as Emersyn Jayne returns, and now both just going tit the tat there. And the crowd divided between who they're supporting here between Emersyn Jayne and Millie McKenzie, as Jayne there with a big chop to the chest and Millie McKenzie to the gut. And a cheeky finger there to Rhio as Millie sends Emersyn Jayne in, and Emersyn up and over, and again outsmarting Millie McKenzie there, just so quick, and that crossbody onto Millie McKenzie too. And this is it with Emersyn Jayne, just when you think she's going to zig and she zags. As Millie McKenzie up on the shoulders, drop down, going for one of those patented Germans, and there's nobody that does a German suplex quite like Millie McKenzie. The bridge, the absolute brute strength, the torque that she gets on those German suplexes. No one hits one as devastating as Millie McKenzie, and Emersyn there hitting a German suplex onto Millie McKenzie, and you have to wonder, Millie McKenzie's going to want to return fire. Is that smart? As she hits her then with the crossbody through the ropes. Big boot to the face here. And Millie McKenzie is in trouble as Charli Evans reaching out, trying to get that tag, but Millie McKenzie just too far away, and the double knees to the back of the head, into the pit, and Millie McKenzie manages to kick out. And Emersyn Jayne there driving the back of the knees into the head. And Millie McKenzie face first into the mat. Just a 2 count there for Emersyn Jayne. As Rhio there tagging Emersyn Jayne on the back. But big drop kick there to Millie McKenzie from Rhio, and Rhio smartly before, just a 2 count there. And you know, that's clever there from Rhio. I mean, I don't know whether or not she thought she was going to get the 3 count based on, you know, Millie McKenzie is not easy to put away. But if you notice, before she went into that cover, she pulled Millie McKenzie further onto her side of the ring and away from Charli Evans. And that is one of the big keys to tag team wrestling. You need to isolate the opponent that's in the ring. You need to make sure that they stay as far away from their partner as possible, because you do not want the fresh person being able to tag in. As Rhio then hits a big suplex on Millie McKenzie, and now Millie McKenzie is in trouble, and I think I can actually see I think Millie McKenzie's bleeding there from the nose. Could have been that double knees to the back of the head by Emersyn Jayne, driving Millie McKenzie face first into the mat that's caused that. And again, you know, that's something that's going to get into the head of Millie McKenzie, because and as Charli Evans here, and yeah, things are breaking down now, and it looks like Rhio has had enough of them playing fair. And this is the thing, you know, now that Millie McKenzie is bleeding, obviously Charli Evans can see that, you know, they're not just tag team partners, they're best friends, and nobody wants to see their tag team partner in trouble, let alone, you know, bleeding. And of course Millie McKenzie as well, she's going to be aware of that, and who knows what damage has been caused to that nose. It could hinder the breathing of Millie McKenzie, which, you know, could cause all kinds of problems when she's trying to mount some kind of offenses. And a big backbreaker there and into the cover, and it's a tight cover there. Butcher's grip on the hands there as Emersyn Jayne driving all of the weight onto Millie McKenzie's shoulders, but just a 2 count. As again, you know, surprising here, because Medusa Complex obviously the more seasoned tag team here, but Rhio and Emersyn have managed to isolate Millie McKenzie, and the constant tagging in and out, you know, making sure. And again, just, and here we go, and here is that synergy there from the Medusa Complex. Don't count Millie McKenzie out as she fights back to Rhio, and now trying to reach out, and she's, you know, centimeters away, but it may as well be miles, as Rhio drives Millie McKenzie back into the corner. Heavy shoulders there into the gut of Millie McKenzie, and again, you know, that damage to the nose that could be causing issues with Millie's breathing, that's only going to be made even worse by driving those shoulders into the gut of Millie McKenzie, as Emersyn Jayne in, big forearm to the chest, as Millie McKenzie again trying to fight back here. Big boot to the head of it, and oh, she does it! She manages to tag in Charli Evans, and here we go! Charli Evans, the freshest person in the match. And here's that tag team synergy that the Medusa Complex are known for, as, and a huge crossbody there to Emersyn Jayne, and 2! And it's just a 2 count there, as again, the smarts there of Charli Evans, seeing that Rhio is trying to get back into the ring, boot to the face for good measure, keep her out of there. She's not legal. You do not want her breaking up any offense. You do not want her breaking up any pins, as she throws Emersyn Jayne into the corner, and a thunderous chop to the chest there. And you can see the way Charli Evans into the cover, and you can see Charli Evans with that chop, the way she lands on Emersyn Jayne after the chop. That's because she's throwing her entire body weight into that chop, making it as painful as possible for Emersyn Jayne. As now it looks like Emersyn Jayne's the one in trouble, as Millie McKenzie with the boot up there, driving Emersyn Jayne's face straight into that boot, followed up by kicks to the gut here. And the crowd not quite sure about this, you know, but this is nothing that Millie McKenzie hasn't already withstanded from Emersyn and Rhio, is all that huge face wash to Emersyn Jayne. And now Rhio managing to pull herself back up onto the apron here, as Millie McKenzie is back in the ring and legal, picking up Emersyn Jayne here, big strike to the back, and now the roles are reversed, and is Emersyn Jayne reaching out to try and tag Rhio, and again, she may only be, you know, a couple of feet away, but it may as well be miles into a cover. and just a 2 count. And again, straight away, that's smarts from Emersyn, using the momentum of that kick out to try and force herself forward towards Rhio and make that tag as Millie McKenzie, 2 big suplex on Emersyn and into the cover. It's just a 2. As now Millie McKenzie tagging in Charli Evans, and again Charli Evans smartly knocking Rhio off that apron, giving themselves the full ring to play with. And we've seen this so many times before. Beautiful double offense there into the cover, and all of the pressure there onto the shoulders of Emersyn Jayne. You see the knee of Charli Evans across one shoulder and both hands pressing down on the other shoulder, making it difficult for Emersyn to power her way out of that cover, but she did manage to do so, and just a 2 count there from Charli Evans. And now Emersyn Jayne fighting back, but Charli Evans again, a big strike there to the jaw, and oh, she goes for the crossbody, but she's caught by Emersyn Jayne, and this could be the opening that Emersyn Jayne needs to make that tag to Rhio. And not only was that effective, but what a stunning suplex that was, as now both women crawl into their corners, and Charli Evans makes a tag to Millie McKenzie, but Emersyn makes it to Rhio, and now Rhio charging in. Oh, a huge drop kick sending Millie McKenzie into Charli Evans here. To Millie McKenzie as she's picked up onto the shoulders. And what is she gonna go for here? And oh, back of the head and the neck. But Charli Evans left a bit too long there maybe. But Rhio manages to follow up with a headbutt. And I don't know which one of them came out worse from that headbutt there, Charli or Rhio. Both see him on Dream Street as Rhio manages to power through. Charli Evans up on the shoulders. Leg lariat there by Rhio to Charli Evans. As Millie McKenzie, and here we go, she's going for one of those patented Germans as Rhio switches it round, and what are we gonna see here? Oh, fisherman's neck breaker there by Rhio into the cover, 2. Just a 2 count there as straight away Millie McKenzie reaching out, trying to grab hold of the face of Rhio and now kicking at the head of Rhio. You cannot count Millie McKenzie out. As now, oh my God, as Rhio, this could be it. This could be it if Rhio manages to hit this package pile driver as Millie McKenzie sees it coming, reverse it 2. Oh, and a big kick to the jaw there as Millie McKenzie makes the tag to Charli Evans. Oh, and switching. Emersyn Jayne and Rhio managing to make their way to their feet, but huge strikes there by the Medusa Complex to Rhio and Emersyn, goading them on to hit them back, but you know, Emersyn and Rhio are no slouches, but they don't look to be getting the best of this exchange here with the Medusa Complex. And here we go, Medusa Complex managing to get the better here of Emersyn Jayne and Rhio. As both women hit the ropes, and oh, they're met with boots to the face by Rhio and Emersyn Jayne. And the tables have turned. And again, Medusa Complex follow fire. Boots to the face of Emersyn and Rhio here. And Millie McKenzie is on the mat. Oh, one too many times as the boot is caught. Oh! And Emersyn Jayne missing that enziguri. Medusa Complex, well aware of the offense of Emersyn Jayne, knowing that she loves to hit that jumping Inzi. And a bit of friendly fire there as Rhio catches the boot to the face there of Emersyn Jayne. And now all four women on the mat, but it's Charli Evans and Rhio that make it to their feet first. And oh, both both women have the same idea. Huge clothesline attempts there by both women, not once but twice, and both on their feet. Oh! And Charli Evans into the cover, but Emersyn's up. Oh, she hits that huge knee on Charli Evans, but here it, oh, Millie McKenzie with a cutter. Oh, and a huge discus lariat there by Rhio, and again here, we're at a stalemate. These women are throwing everything and the kitchen sink at each other. And you know what? This is our first match tonight. This is only the first match of tonight's show. And this isn't for tag team titles. This is for pride. Both of these teams want to walk away with a victory here on this anniversary show as Rhio is thrown up and over, and Emersyn Jayne also here by Charli Evans, but she's stuck in the middle here of both women. Oh, there's a huge stunner there by Rhio, and now Emersyn Jayne up top, and a huge missile drop kick directly to the jaw of Charli Evans, and that has to be it. Rhio in the cover too. Oh my God. So close, and for Charli Evans to be able to kick out of that, not only that stunner and that huge missile drop kick, but the tightness of that cover there, having to press up not only her own weight but Rio's weight to be able to push that shoulder off the mat. As now Emersyn tagging in, setting Charli up here on the top, and Millie McKenzie still laying prone on the mat here in her corner. She manages to jump up, and here we goes, that big German, oh my God! Right on the back of the neck, and again one for Rhio, and oh my God, and the power and the strength of Millie McKenzie to hit a German suplex like that. Oh! And here we go, we've seen this before. Huge spear, and Charli Evans will cover two. Oh my. You have to wonder, what is it going to take here for the Medusa Complex or for Emersyn Jayne and Rhio here to win this match? And I have to remind you all, this is the first match of the show here. As, oh, huge powerbomb there into the cover, two. Oh. But Emersyn Jayne will not die. And the Medusa Complex here have to wonder, what is it going to take as Millie McKenzie tagging in Charli Evans? Oh, but Rhio here doing all that she can, which at this point in time is grabbing hold of the boot of Millie McKenzie, giving Emersyn Jayne that respite to be able to kick Millie McKenzie. And now Charli Evans is up, and oh, 1, 2. Millie McKenzie managing to break up that pin, but Rhio is in. Huge kick to the jaw, and there's that jumping enziguri. And Millie McKenzie. Oh, it's Emersyn. Suicide dive through the ropes, and now Rhio and Charli Evans legal, and going for that package pile driver as a big boot to the face of Rhio, followed by a huge strike. She goes, she's going for this package pile driver, and if she hits this, you have to think that it's all over.